How's it going, everyone? I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be doing the top 10 third basemen in MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty. This is going to be a fun one because there's so much variety at third base. You can play a lot of guys in secondary positions and you can do a lot with it. So third base is going to be fun. I can use secondaries just to remind you guys, and this is only going to be my opinions. This is not cold hard facts. Use who you feel like you do the best with, but I'm going to be doing a top 10 ranking for third base, so let's hop right into it. Coming in at number 10, we have a Eugenio Suarez, a Topps Now card. This card was released like 2 weeks ago, I believe. He has pretty good fielding. He will have gold fielding anywhere you put him, at first or short. His primary is third base, obviously. But the key with him, he has 98 arm over at third base. That'll get a lot of guys out on the diving plays and the stumbling plays and the barehanding plays he'll have to make. But he does only have 31 speed, which is a little bit of downside. But in exchange for speed, you get a lot of powers with a Eugenio Suarez. He's always been a really fun card to use in Battle Royale. His contact is a little bit low, but you'd probably only want to use him on All-Star, maybe Hall of Fame if you're really good with PCI placement. But overall, this card is very good. He's at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have the face of the franchise, Kansas City Royals card 99, George Brett. This card is very good. I actually did use him for probably about a month. He was my starting third baseman. I really enjoyed him, actually. He had surprisingly 24 home runs. He's not that much of a power hitter, but he does still meet both the thresholds, 85-80. He has very good contact, so that PCI is going to be really big on the higher difficulties and especially the lower difficulties. And he does have gold fielding at third base. He does have gold at first too. I don't know why you'd play him at first though, because first base is probably more known for the power hitters, but he does have 62 speed at the hot corner. 80 arm is okay, and overall a pretty good average fielder, I guess. And the reason I stopped using him is just because I want a little bit more power at the hot corner, because third base I feel like you can get away with some of the defense and have more of the power. So he comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have another goon from the Minnesota Twins, Harmon Killebrew. Now this guy, awful fielding, but at third base I don't really know if it matters a ton. 63 fielding is going to get you bronze. If you play him at first, he'll have common, and then left he'll have common, but if you do prestige him, he will have bronze anywhere. 70 arm, not that great. 39 speed, also not that great, but you guys would get this the reason you guys would get this card is just because of his bat. He has 121, 125 power, and pretty good contact, actually. You guys could play this card at the higher difficulties too. Not really a top third baseman in my mind, but he does make the top 10 list just because he has a pretty nice swing and his power is legit. So he comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have a headliner card, Chris Bryant. So this guy is very good versus left-handed pitching, as you can see, 106, 120 versus lefties, and still really good against righties. But a lot of people have this guy because he can play really almost anywhere. He can play all the outfield positions. The only place he can't play is second and short, which makes sense. But gold defense anywhere you play him, which is huge because he'll get better animations. He has 74 speed in center field, 24 stealing. That really doesn't matter, but the bat against lefties is really good, and a lot of people like his stance. I kind of like his stance, but the reason I like him is because he can play a lot of positions. So he comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have a Prestige XP Reward Path reward in third baseman Jose Ramirez. So a lot of people like this card. He has a nice stance. You can time up the ball very easily. 91-83 contact is a little bit underwhelming for a guy like Jose Ramirez, because the reason I don't use him is because the contact is just too low for the difficulties that I play in. I usually play in Hall of Fame, so having a bigger PCI is really nice for me. He does have good power though, especially versus righties, and 118 power is very good versus righties. That's going to get a lot of home runs. And he does have silver defense anywhere you put him, so you can play him at first, second, short, left. I thought he was going to have a little bit better fielding than 75, but I guess that's okay. He does only have 74 arm, too. I thought they would give Jose Ramirez a way better card, honestly, like attribute-wise. I'm surprised he got a 99, but if he did, I wanted the attributes to be a little bit higher because this is a finest card, and we all know how juiced the finest cards were last year, so. He does have 68 speed and 91 stealing, because I think he did win like the Heart and Hustle award too, so I don't know if that affected his stealing, but overall just a pretty good card to use. He comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Kevin God's favorite player in the game, Eddie Matthews. So this guy, the reason a lot of people do use him is his stats versus righties are very good, and he does have a nice swing. It's easy to time out the ball with Eddie Matthews. His contact versus lefties are a little bit low, but he does have power versus both sides. He's got, of course, the clutch and the discipline for check swings. He's going to have 80 fielding at third, which is good for a gold shield, and he'll have 75 at first, which is a silver shield. So Eddie Matthews, another good card. The reason he's probably not higher is just because the stats versus lefties and the price point. He is a World Series reward, so he's going for, if you buy him just straight off the market, 300K. So that's kind of a cheap price for a lot of people, kind of an expensive price for a lot of people. So he does have 54 speed, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And again, he does have gold fielding, so that is good for me. Eddie Matthews coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the third inning boss reward, Chipper Jones. Yes, I'm still ranking Chipper Jones this high. I know you guys say, I know this might be a little bit sketchy putting Chipper this high, but his swing is probably one of the best swings that we have in the game right now. It is so easy to time up any ball with Chipper Jones, especially versus lefties, because he has extremely juiced stats versus them. And he still does really good versus righties too, 88, 88. Contact is a little bit low, but that can still get by for a lot of people just because it's easy to time up. He's a switch hitting third baseman. That's another reason he is very high in this list. He does have a couple of secondaries, so he'll still have bronze at any of them. And the reason I don't play this card is just because I feel like there's a little bit better options, especially versus right-handed pitching, and the fielding is just so low. But yet again, I don't really know if third base fielding matters a ton this year. And he does have 64 speed for a third baseman, so that's on the higher scale. So Chipper Jones coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have another goon. It is the collection reward for collecting Fernando Tatis Jr., 99 Nicholas Castellanos. So he's a primary right fielder, but yet again, I can use secondary positions. So he is my starting third baseman right now, batting 100. But that's a very small sample size. I know I'll heat up with Nick Castellanos. I love his card in Showdown. It's really easy to time up with the ball with this dude. He is super, super good versus lefties. 125 maxed out contact. You got 118 power, and the stats versus righties are still amazing too. If you play him in right, he'll have gold, but if you play him at anywhere else, he'll have silver. So he does have silver at third, but I'm willing to bite the bullet a little bit. He does have 61 speed, which is pretty good for a third baseman. The arm is okay. I mean, it's not that great, but you get this guy for the bat. RBI producing machine. He comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the NL Collection Award 99 Gary Sheffield. He as well as a primary right fielder, but he does have a couple secondaries, third and left. So he will have bronze fielding at third base, but he does have 91 arm, which is really, really good at the hot corner. You like to have that solid arm just because of bunts. And he also does have 71 speed too. Very fast third baseman for a lot of people. This guy is starting for, I know a lot of people. He does have very good contact. You guys get this dude for the RBIs and the power because it does not stop with the power. 110 and 121, very good. He's a 99 for a reason. Gary Sheffield coming in at number 2. Coming in at number 1, the best third baseman that I believe in this game right now is 99 Josh Donaldson. Yes, he is 800,000 stubs, but this guy's swing is unreal. He is so good. I mean, it doesn't get any easier to time up with Josh Donaldson. He has great contact that can play on all levels. The power is there as well. He has 85 fielding at third base. He cannot play anywhere else, which is a little bit interesting because I feel like he played third at one point or first maybe for a couple games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. All day Josh Donaldson can hit. I mean, this guy is so good. He has 52 speed, which is, I mean, average for a third baseman. And the arm is pretty good too. So this guy is going to get anything at third, I feel like, and the hitting is just insane. Josh Donaldson coming in at #1 in this list. All right, so that was my third base tier ranking. Top 10 third baseman now covered. Well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice day. Peace out.